So we're going to be discussing the Stroop task, its effects, and how it's used in linguistics research. What is the Stroop task? The Stroop task is a neuropsychological test that can be applied to language research. The most common variation of the Stroop test is known as the Stroop color word task. In this test, participants in a study are presented 3 tables. 2 of these tables represent congruent conditions, in which subjects are required to read aloud either color words, which are written in black ink, which can be seen in task 1, or to name a patch of color as seen in patch 2. The third table, known as the color word incongruent condition, consists of color names written in ink that do not match the color word. For example, the word red written in green ink. The typical task of the participants is to name the ink color by trying not to read the word and doing so as fast as possible. What does it measure? Performance on the Stroop task is measured by the time it takes to respond to the word stimuli and the percent of correct readings by the participants. Overall, it measures a participant's ability to inhibit the automatic process of reading the word in order to perform the less automatic process, which is saying the color of the ink aloud. In a linguistics context, the Stroop task is used as a method of comparing bilingual and monolingual cognitive processing. The idea behind this relates to the bilingual cognitive advantage hypothesis. The hypothesis states that the required extra use of executive control for bilinguals to choose between their L1 and their L2 in their speaking creates an advantage in their performance of other executive control functions. So when using the Stroop task to measure bilingual performance, it is predicted that bilingual speakers will have faster reading times, as well as a lower percentage of errors than monolingual speakers because of their superior executive control abilities. In a study performed by Dyer in 1971, Spanish-English bilinguals and monolingual English speakers performed the Stroop task, and the results that were found matched with the bilingual advantage hypothesis. What other uses does the Stroop task have? Through variations and extensions of the task itself, it can be applied and used to measure other cognitive functions. These include processing speed, cognitive flexibility, working memory, and attention. Some advantages of using the Stroop test are that it's relatively inexpensive to perform, and that there's only one test that can be applied to provide information about a number of different processes. It's very flexible. A disadvantage, however, is that there is not a universally accepted scoring method for the test. This inhibits a proper interpretation of its widespread results. Thank you.